Happening now, a local manufacturer sending some of their employees home yesterday after one may have come in contact with COVID-19. The details next. Plus, a local gym owner is speaking out after learning their business is not immediately part of Phase 4 reopening here in New York State.
And it's mostly sunny out there for the afternoon. Enjoy it because showers and thunderstorms come our way overnight. Some of them could be strong. I've got the details next. The news at noon starts right now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. Workers at a Lakewood manufacturing facility were sent home this week after an employee came in contact with a COVID-19 positive case. Employees at Matco Tools, all of whom requested anonymity, tell WNY News Now workers on the plant's second shift team were notified of the possible transmission yesterday. The employee who came in contact with the active case immediately left his place of work as a precaution. Now, later in the day, employees say everyone on the second shift team was instructed to go home and not return until Monday, where further information would be given. Around 100 people reportedly work during the second shift operations there. We left a message with Matco Tools' Public Relations Department and are awaiting a call back. Now, based in Ohio, Matco Tools is a manufacturer and distributor of automotive repair tools, diagnostic equipment, and toolboxes. Congressman Tom Reed took to task a Harvard medical professor during a hearing yesterday to discuss how Governor Andrew Cuomo and others have handled COVID-19 in nursing homes. David Grabowski, Ph.D., testified during the House Ways and Means hearing. Reed's questioning stemmed from Cuomo's executive order on March 25th, ordering COVID-19 positive senior citizens to be placed in nursing homes for treatment.
Now, was it a good policy? I just said no. I think it was a mistake, but was it?
I appreciate you acknowledge it. So trying to sugarcoat the 6,300, Dr. Grabowski, I appreciate it, but to try to sugarcoat the 6,300 deaths that happened in New York, and I think that number, in my personal opinion, is twice that. To somehow say because we're going to play with percentages that we did a great job in New York is appalling to me. It's offensive to me. And it's offensive to those 10,000 plus seniors and their families that died as a result of that order, in my humble opinion, that we're trying to sugarcoat and whitewash this conclusion.
Reed has been outspoken regarding the governor's actions on the COVID-19 outbreak and nursing homes, holding multiple public and private conversations with stakeholders over the last several weeks. Well, to wear a mask or not, it's a decision that's divided many, but a new study suggests that face masks have significantly reduced the number of new coronavirus cases. Our Mandy Gaithner with more.
Wearing face masks in public prevented as many as 450,000 new cases of coronavirus, according to a new study. That study, published online in the journal Health Affairs, estimates between 230,000 and 450,000 cases of the virus were prevented in the states that enacted requirements for mask use between April 8th and May 15th. Researchers say wearing face masks in public reduced the daily number of coronavirus cases by as much as 2% in Washington, D.C. and the 15 states that mandated their use compared to the states that did not. The longer the mandates were in place, the higher the reduction in COVID-19 cases. Researchers also looked at 20 states that imposed employee-only mandates but not public mask use and did not find a significant impact on the spread of the coronavirus in those states. The study did have some limitations, including the inability to measure the actual use of face coverings in any community, and researchers were only able to measure confirmed cases of COVID-19 despite evidence that infection rates in some communities were higher. For today's Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Mandy, thank you. In April, the CDC issued new guidance encouraging cloth face coverings in public places where social distancing measures are hard to maintain. Well, officials from Best Star Bush say they're anticipating hiring around 40 new employees in the coming weeks at the company's recently reopened facility here in Jamestown. Mark Webernack, the Senior Vice President of Marketing, Design, and Engineering, says the move is a result of the company's growing sales through e-commerce. Best Star and Bush Industries previously merged in January, which Weber says resulted in the furniture manufacturing accelerating in recent months, such as desk, file cabinets, chairs, and bookcases. Positions will be posted on the careers page under Contact Us at bush.co as specific needs are finalized. Employees in Jamestown, Erie, and Sacramento, as well as Bush's Best Star's Canadian facilities, now must follow new safety protocols, including social distancing, frequent hand washing, and wearing of face masks. Well, the owner of a local gym feels crushed by Governor Andrew Cuomo's decision not to include them in Phase 4 of reopening, and it has her questioning his decision-making. Erica Dick, she's the co-owner of Anytime Fitness in West Ellicott, says her gym is clean, safe, and has always used comprehensive cleaning standards. She says she has emailed local politicians, all the officials in state development, and the governor himself. She says the state's response was cookie cutter at best. Dick says that expenses continue even though they have cut many of them. Speaking directly to Cuomo, she said this.
I would just ask for clarification, and I would give him the reasons why gyms should be open. It builds immunity, so it fights the coronavirus, it fights the flu, it builds strength, it helps mental stability, it fights depression. There's all these things that working out does for you, and he's just taken that away from the entire state.
Kept in contact with members and helped many of them with workouts, but she said that's certainly not as good as an in-person visit. Phase 4 reopening is expected here locally next Tuesday. Well, we thank you all for joining us here for WNY News Now as we close out another week. Got to say hello to Sally. Good to see you. Good to see Joseph. Good to see Lisa. Hopefully you're having a good day. Happy Friday to you. Good to see Jennifer, Ryan, Destiny, David, Lori, Sandy, and Wendy. Happy Friday. Great to see a bunch of familiar faces here on the broadcast live stream. Let's now switch gears and get a check of our First Defense weather forecast with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. And Mr. Hunter, everybody is looking ahead to this weekend, probably with hopes of getting outside and enjoying some of that beautiful weather.
Yes, and I think there are some graduation things going on over the weekend. And of course, I think this weekend is free fishing weekend across New York State. But it's not going to be a perfectly dry weekend, but it's dry today. Here's a live look coming from Warren from the top of the city bank. Just a few high clouds in the sky. Otherwise, that is it. You can see the radar absolutely dry, but it's not going to be staying this way for long because the Storm Prediction Center has placed the far western southern tier and the far western part of northwestern Pennsylvania under a standard slight risk for severe thunderstorms. This is not today. This is not this evening. This is for overnight tonight. We're talking after midnight tonight. Some thunderstorms could be rolling in. Some of them could be strong to severe. Of course, we'll time that all out a little bit later on. This afternoon, lots of sunshine, temperatures up to near 80 degrees. So a good spot today is going to be the beach. If you want to head out, the Lake Erie waterfront is going to be the cooler spot today, up in the mid 70s with lots of sunshine, but the UV index is going to be very high, so sunscreen needed. And look at that Lake Erie water temperature, close to 70 degrees. And we actually got some dry stretch of weather coming our way for next week. We'll talk about it in a few. Justin?
All right, Dakota, thank you very much. Coming up next, we speak to one of the heads of a local cheer group who is trying to win a big national contest. And later, why a local history center needs your help with how they're documenting the COVID-19 pandemic. Stay with us as WNY News Now continues.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you. When you're on the go, stay in the know by downloading the WNY News Now mobile app. Stay up to date on local news, weather, and sports that matter to you. Plus, subscribe to breaking news and weather alerts from the team that puts coverage first. In addition, watch news as it happens with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network. Download the WNY News Now app right now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
And welcome back to WNY News Now. A local cheer gym is in the running to win a nationwide contest that would transform their space. Joining us on the show to talk about how the community can help their efforts is coach and owner Samantha Robinson with Explosions All-Stars. Samantha, it's great to have you on the show. Welcome.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
First off, I want to ask, can you tell us a little bit about your group and how'd you get connected with the contest?
So for most people that don't know, we are a competitive cheer gym. It's a little different than the sideline cheer that you kind of see. We started about 5 years ago with 7 little cheerleaders, and we are currently in our 5th year with over 100 cheerleaders. So what we had started, and we started little, and now we're up to, like I said, 100 cheerleaders. And what we do is we go to competitive competitions, and the Open Championship Series had posted that they were going to do an extreme makeover, and you had to send in a little clip stating why you wanted to do that, or why do you think your gym deserves to win this extreme makeover. So, it was like the last week, and we decided that we were going to go for it. And we did some interviews with our parents, and my mom, who is the co-owner, she did a nice little clip about our background, and it's on YouTube. So if anybody else wants to see what got us in the top 10, you could do that.
Now, your group is located in Falconer, correct?
Correct.
So with all that has been happening in the last, it feels like almost forever since the beginning of the year with COVID-19, was it difficult to try to rally the troops to produce this promotion video, which kind of launched your this contest and your efforts to join it?
Yeah, it was a little hard. We had our last competition in Erie, PA, and that wasn't our last for the season. We still had about 3 more competitions, and we were actually even going to New York City. So once we heard about the Erie we attended the Erie competition, and then we heard that everything was shutting down. It was really hard to kind of get our parents involved in getting, pictures, because we had to have pictures and just stuff from that. But our parents did an amazing job with coming up with, their interviews and sending in millions of pictures to help us with it was so easy to do. Our parents were amazing with that. So even though COVID shut us down personally, they were still in the background helping with it.
So what specifically are you hoping to accomplish by possibly winning the contest?
Because our gym is a very low income gym. We don't charge an arm and a leg, even though the industry is an arm and a leg. So we don't get extra money to get the equipment that we need, or, the necessary things that could help us, achieve different things in the future. So my goal, I'm really hoping, because COVID did shut us down. So this would kind of give us a boost into the new season and give us a positive outlook on this. So like I said, the equipment is one of our biggest issues, because like I said, we keep our stuff low, so we don't necessarily have the extra money to buy the equipment to help achieve things. So that's kind of what we're really pulling for in this.
Now, when you look at the voting page, which is posted right now on championshipseries.com, it looks like Explosion All-Stars is neck and neck with another gymnastics and cheerleading group. Can you tell us, our viewers, how they can get involved and really how important it is, because voting ends Sunday, if I'm correct,
Yes.
that you're really trying to get the local, rally the troops, get this local support to have your gym come out on top?
Yes, please. You can go to our Explosion All Stars page too. We also have the link directly. We are a smaller community and a smaller place, unlike the other gyms out there. And we know for a fact that as the weekend, closes in, that everybody is going to be, pushing their votes. And like he said, we are in second place, but we are just a couple percent from being first. Also, don't get discouraged if you do vote and don't see it move. It is all based off of a percentage. So it's not just taking your vote. So, our 10 votes might finally push us through. So just keep voting, keep sharing. We want to keep we have to stay in the top 3 in order to move to the final round. So we want to at least do that. And we've been in second for the most part. So it would be awesome to see us come out on Sunday first.
Now, I imagine this contest probably means a lot to the girls and even some guys who maybe are involved in this.
Mm-hmm.
And you have such a big age group from little kids all the way up to maybe some high school students.
Yeah.
For you and for talking to them and for organizing this, what are you hearing? What does it mean to them?
They're ecstatic. Like I said, we're a small little community, so something like this doesn't really come around as often as we would like. So, they are pushing as hard as they can. They love social media, so that they're, blasting and doing different cool things to help us get votes. And they are just as ecstatic. They understand that we are a lower community and know what I put forth effort to make sure that our gym is successful. So it's awesome to see them come together too as a team.
And I know we've seen with other extracurricular activities, like marching bands and high school bands, for example, coming together to maybe play virtually, where normally in a setting you need to be physically together. I imagine that's probably the same with cheerleading and everyone together. Do you think that having this competition almost kind of brought them all together, brought the kids together, the parents together, the community together during COVID to say, you know what, we maybe can't cheer right now, but we can put our efforts towards this and stay together as a group and a community?
Oh yeah, definitely. Our parents have been an amazing, aspect in this also, sharing with other local news and to get out there. Like I said, it was a devastating thing, especially for some of our seniors who are actually graduating tonight. That it was their last competition and not knowing it was your last competition, or for anybody not knowing it's a closure of the season. And so then once we got this news, it definitely gave us a different outlook on the cheer season and pushing us to go further, and getting ready to go. So it definitely was a positive outlook on the whole season.
Yeah, certainly. So finally, voting ends Sunday. What's the call of the community? If someone's watching this and they've never heard of your group, but they want to help, what can they do?
You can go on to, so if you don't have social media, or you can't get onto Facebook, or you tried Facebook and it's not working, you can also go to Open Championship Series, and they have a makeover link that you can click on, and you can see Explosion All Stars on there. Also know that it's Explosion with an X, because there is one right above us that is an EX. So we don't want anybody getting confused with that. And if you have any questions, you can always email us at explosioncheer@yahoo.com.
All right, Samantha Robinson, the coach and owner of Explosion All Stars there in the village of Falconer. Samantha, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you
Great
so
to
much.
have you on the show, and good luck with the contest.
Thank you.
Let's now get a check of our weather forecast with Dakota.
All right, the weekend is coming up, and of course, I think this weekend is free fishing this weekend across New York State, and some graduation stuff might be occurring this weekend. Tomorrow is just going to be an awful day all day long, but the worst part of the storms tomorrow is going to be in the morning. Scattered showers and storms, some of them could be strong to severe early on in the morning. Then we may have a few more scattered showers and storms in the afternoon, but it's going to be a windy day, no doubt. Highs around 70, but the humidity way up there as well. Now for Sunday, a much better day. This is going to be your pick day for the weekend. 80 degrees, just a little bit humid, but who cares? The sun will be out and will actually dry out. So Sunday is going to be your pick day for the weekend for anything you want to do this weekend. Live look outside from the top of the Doubletree Hotel. Man, look at this sky. It is fantastic out there. Right now we're at 73 degrees. Got a west wind at 10. Notice the humidity low, 46 with a dew point of 51. So the humidity stays low for today. So that is good news. But as I told you during the first weather segment, showers and storms will be coming our way overnight tonight. So the NOAA Storm Prediction Center has placed the far western portion of the southern tier and the far western portion of northwestern Pennsylvania under a standard slight risk. That's a level 2 out of 5 for tonight, not this afternoon or this evening, overnight tonight. They also maintain a marginal risk for all of the southern tier for tomorrow morning, along with a slight risk from central Warren County down to the south. So this is going to be the better chance for thunderstorms basically tomorrow afternoon, or severe thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, further down to the south in northwestern Pennsylvania. So let's time this out. It looks like the start time based on the new model guidance is going to be about 3 o'clock in the morning. So this is overnight kind of stuff. The problem with overnight kind of stuff is that it takes a lot to get thunderstorms to be severe overnight, but we'll see what happens here. They should clear out of the area by about 7 o'clock in the morning. Strong wind gusts definitely likely here, and some very heavy rainfall is also going to be likely with these storms as well. So localized flooding, definitely a possibility with these storms. High pressure right there. This is our weather for today, but this scoots out tonight, and that allows this low pressure area that's going to track up into Canada actually dip a little bit further south, and notice all the lightning strikes that are associated with it. This is what's going to be coming our way tonight. Let's time it out on Future Scan. Nothing through the day, so get out and enjoy this afternoon. You're going to love it. Now, as we get into tonight here, this is overnight tonight. Notice the showers and thunderstorms starting to come into northwestern Pennsylvania. This starts to work its way further to the east tonight, and then that ultimately clears out by tomorrow afternoon. So showers and thunderstorms overnight while you're sleeping. So it's going to be getting loud while you're trying to sleep tonight. And then as we head into Saturday night, going into Sunday, things quiet down, and Sunday is going to be a fantabulous weather day, so get out and enjoy that as well. Zone forecast, inland areas here, temperatures here, fantastic here. The big yellow star is going to be controlling our weather. Take a look at that. From 80s to the future. Next 7 days of your life on the screen. Again, there's the weekend, a windy day for sure on Saturday. Sunday, the better of the 2 weekend days. And look at this, an extended stretch of dry weather with lots of sunshine and temperatures into the lower 80s. We will take a break and be right back. Don't go away.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
There's an old saying, there's no news in the newsroom. Well, it's true. The time I spend at the anchor desk is just part of my day. Most of our time is spent gathering stories in the community, stories that matter to you. We can't do it alone, and we need your help. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today, email our news desk, or call our newsroom at 488-7226 so we can bring those stories straight back to you.
Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
And welcome back to WNY News Now. The Fenton History Center is gathering local residents' feelings and impressions of life during the COVID-19 pandemic, in part to allow future researchers grasp a sense of the mood, attitude, and lives of those living at history in this time. Noah Goodling, he's the executive director of the Fenton History Center, and he tells us that it's important to record and archive more than what's already happened in our area. He says among the items that a new Google questionnaire are seeking is how people have been directly impacted, because future researchers will be interested in learning how people lived through this moment in time.
What parts of your life has it impacted, and in what ways has it changed the way that you're perceiving the world or changing the world that you're interacting with the world right now? We just want to make sure that we get people's perceptions and ideas about the coronavirus while it's still fresh with them.
Now, there are several options for archiving the content regarding the COVID-19 pandemic, and Goodling says beyond that, there could be a future exhibit at the History Center. We have a link to the Google Drive questionnaire, which can accept photos and written comments on our website at WNYNewsNow.com. Well, certainly pretty cool as we are living through a very tumultuous time between COVID-19 and now social unrest and the call for change here nationwide. And one thing to note, which I found interesting, is I was actually talking with some of our reporters a few weeks ago, and some of the older guys in our operation were telling me that this may be one of the biggest stories that I will ever have covered. And to think about that is kind of shocking. And to me, you never think about it as a journalist. But I imagine every single person, one way or another, has been impacted by COVID-19. So certainly important to document that. So if you have stories, please send it to them to share. Let's say hello to Penny. Hopefully you're doing well. Good to see Amy. Good to see Stephanie, Danielle, Brittany, Lisa. Let's see here. Dave is here, Sally, and Joe. Hopefully you're all having a good day. Thanks so much for joining us here on WNY News Now. Let's check back in with Mr. Dakota Hunter here for a minute. And I heard you mention some Thunder Boomers tonight, Dakota. I like a good lightning show. Other people I live with, not so much.
Yeah.
But
exactly, our little furry friends. They're not.
Right.
They're not too happy about
fan.
that. Yeah, but I have one comment about the COVID-19 thing very quickly. And that is, when I was learning about the weather, there is one piece of advice that I've learned, and that is there's going to be a moment in your life that is going to be a defining moment in your life. You don't know when that day is going to be. You don't even know when you wake up that morning it's going to be a defining day in your life. But every single one of us has one of those. And I think COVID-19 for all of us in the media business and especially in news, this is definitely one of those. 62 to 68 tonight. The evening will be fine. So get out and enjoy the evening. Showers and thunderstorms will not come our way until after midnight, around 3 in the morning. Some of them could be strong to severe. But look at the 7-day here. After Saturday, we go into a dry stretch of weather, which is not good because we're still running below average for rainfall, and we don't see any significant rain past Saturday for at least another several weeks. Justin?
All right, Dakota, thank you very much. That's going to do it for us today. Of course, we remind you, stay in the know all weekend long by downloading our mobile app. All you got to do is search WNY News Now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. We leave you with this beautiful shot over downtown Jamestown. We're back here Monday at noon. Hope to see you then.